Back to this, I have to do some trimming on the 8.8 to where it'll be able to mount. So before welding these pieces on, I want to take the 8.8, mount it up, fit it, and bolt it in over here, and see exactly where these pieces will fall, then get that welded. You know, make sure it fits, not weld it and then go to put the rear end in and something wrong, something's off. The rear end, back in the day when I was pulling it, I ended up taking one of the axles off. I'll go ahead and take this side off. Mark these ears. I'm gonna call them ears, I don't know what they are. I'm gonna mark these and then cut them with the grinder. Then I can take the cover off. Stick this in between, and this will mount up in here. I'm wanting to do a kind of a gunmetal black and purple theme with this car, and conveniently these are close enough to purple. They're blue, but they're like a purple and blue fusion hybrid type of color. So I mean, not that you even see this, but you know, I'll know. Before I push these in, I'll go ahead and paint this. So it's recommended not to powder coat it because it'll add a good bit of thickness, and that's not recommended. Another thing is I should have went with the PowerFlex bushings. They're like a 2-piece instead of 1, but 1 piece may be better. The 2-piece kind of sandwiches the eye here. All right, back to the diff. Got both axles off, and I'm gonna makes more sense to just take the cover off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the bolts out and get the cover off, make my marks, and then cut. These are a 1/2 inch. I'm gonna go with a baby Ugga Dugga on it. Cut it off. Now put some bags and tape on the inners so you know, don't get full of grease by touching it, because I will be moving it and let it drain. I should have drained it before, but I didn't. Some lines kind of etched in there and marked about where I want to cut it. I'll try my luck at it. Worst case, I can always, I got another 8.8 ready to go. Worst case, I can order another cover and try again. Yeah, I think I got it. Well, it's almost like the pictures. I mean, if I got to trim some more, so be it. I won't know until I actually fit it. Speaking of, yeah, fit it. I found like a gunmetal wheel paint. It's hard to catch this, but no, that is nice. It's looking pretty good. I'll soak the cover down in some purple power and take a steel brush to it, clean it up. Then I'm gonna put it back on the rear end, clean the rear end, take it off, and put the I don't know what I'm calling it, plate. I need to put the bushings in that plate first. So I'm gonna find a way to get those bushings pressed in. Okay, so there's 2 flanges. Somewhere on one of them I saw that the thicker flange is gonna be the outer. There we go. I'm gonna work on this since it's a little hot outside. I was getting in a cleaning mood. No, instead of just doing the diff cover, doing like all the suspension ports and then the water pump. I'm gonna paint that the same color. So purple power on the wire brush, and I'll try to pressure wash it too, though I don't know how good that little electrical pressure washer I got can do with 2,000 pounds. And all this stuff out here right now, I'm doing this color here. That's what this color is. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, so I have the grease, so the metal, I don't know what you call this. I'll put that in after this is in. I have the press set up over there. I'll try to maneuver and get this in. But I'll put the grease on here and then on the metal when I slip the metal in. Yeah, I don't have everything I need to maneuver this and center it in the press. When I tried cutting some wood, notching it out, nothing was working. Little did I know, there's a tool made for this stuff. So I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna give that a shot. Looked like a C-clamp to me. I'll give that a shot and try my luck, see what happens. With this thing, this one side, I even got that side, it felt like an hour. I'm just gonna go ahead and order a better design bushing. This thing sucks. Super Pro, your bushings suck. All right, so these bushings were designed to go into the factory diff support brace. They're not designed to go in this adapter plate. So I took the grinder and I kind of made the edge here, the other side too, a little flatter, the way it can go in all the way and not get interrupted by this surface. Oh, and my best option was using the mallet. Finally got it to go in. So I'll do this side, push the little metal cylinder in, and get that side done. I'll be happy and done with this one. Okay, before I slip it in, I was using, you can see that blue residue, I was using the bench grinder to shave the flange down a little bit, and that's how I made the straight two. I had to sacrifice my paint job a little bit, but I got them in. Both of them are nice. The outside just had to trim flat. Inside I kind of trimmed down the whole diameter, whatever you want to call it. But they're in there. It's a tight fit like it's described. I like it. I think I did good considering these bushings weren't designed to go in there. Rear end's cleaning up good. Suspension's decent. I'll share a secret. Oven cleaner, $1 at the Dollar Tree. Way cheaper than engine degreaser. 8.8 ready for paint. I have a little rig up here, but I gotta suspend it or I can get paint coverage everywhere. If I had a little pedestal, it'd have been nice. I could have flipped it where the flange was facing down and bolted in, and maybe made a notch for the little nut here. But I couldn't think of anything. This works. Looks even nicer with a few coats of clear. Nice. Getting that ready too. That came out good. I wasn't liking the look there, but I think it'll be alright. It's looking even better. Alright, gonna pull this off again. Just stick this in between, sandwich that bad boy. Got some new bolts to use too, though the old ones are nice. Nice clean finish. I used WD-40 and Scotch-Brite. This metal didn't look good from the start. I used RVT to put a bead on the inside of the bolt holes on the cover and on the diff itself because I got the piece going in the middle. All I do is flip this around, make sure I got that right upwards too. I got my beads laid down inside. Didn't come out too pretty there, but it'll flatten out. I got my beads laid out and I got the torque wrench set to 30 pounds. Most everything I found on the website said 25 to 30, and this thing does go straight from 20 to 30. So, look like I'm gonna go with 30. Something like that, I believe. I supplied with the kit are these bolts, nuts, and washers to mount that to the rear end and the rear end to the subframe. That's the ultimate RX-7 rear end. Got a couple of brackets here. This is the clutch and brake pedal brackets for the RX-7 and the RX-7 rear end. Dropped all that. And then black's black. You know, it's black. It's there. It exists. Look like it'd be a factory unit. So this is for the RX-7 I have in my garage. It's with the Ronin Cradle welded to it. Now it's powder coated. That's gonna be good for the 8.8 rear end. That's just a basic black semi-gloss. Save me the time of painting and prepping it.